Good morning, everybody. So now today, this youngster here with me is going to the gym. She has been successful in her, what is it?
CAPE exams.
You have been successful in your CAPE exams, and it was your final year in CAPE.
Yeah.
Very good. So now we are off to the gym. So what does the gym do for you?
I think the gym is like my safe place. I think I really enjoy just being able to. I think I enjoy being able to just use the gym as a sense of maybe stress relief, or it spikes my dopamine levels.
It what? Sorry?
It spikes my dopamine levels.
Explain that, please.
Meaning that there's a sense of euphoria when I work out. Like, I think no matter what the workout might be, if it's just cardio or if it's weightlifting, there's a sense of ease or relief that I would get. And it usually helps me just get into a better mind frame, I believe. Yeah.
So tell me now, are you going to university hopefully within the coming year?
I plan to take a year off.
Is there something new among youngsters that they take a year off? How does it work?
It's always been around. You have an option to either take 1 or 2 years off. But I think when you take a year off, it allows you more time to grow with yourself, allow you the opportunity to really take into consideration what you want to do. Because at such a young age, at 18, 19, you have to figure out a career path for your entire life, which I think is a very important decision, and it should really be something that should be rushed. So in taking a year off, it'll really allow you to explore certain options in that length of time rather than having to feel rushed to pick something on the spot to start within the same year.
Okay. So how do your parents feel about this? I'm sure that they will be happy that you did well in CAPE.
Right.
But how do they feel about you taking this year off? Is it something, our older generation, we didn't have that kind of luxury.
Right.
I believe that people went straight into university and fought up with things. So how do your parents feel about this? How do they feel about you going to the gym? Do they endorse that kind of
Yeah, because I mean, if I'm doing something that helps me, they're very supportive of it. And obviously, exercise is a very important aspect of your life. It's a very important. How to put it? I'm not really sure what word I want to use right now, but it's nice to have a routine.
Very good, very good.
And in implementing the gym into my daily life, it kind of helps me keep myself scheduled because I like to keep myself organized. And I think starting the day a certain way helps me have a better day, like having to do what I have to do. And it just sets my mind for the day essentially. So they're always supportive and they always want to make sure that we're doing what's best for us, obviously with their guidance. But the gym definitely is something that has helped me mentally in a very very strong way.
Very good, very good. But tell me, how do you incorporate your diet with your gym workout?
Well, I would usually have my regular amount of protein, or even more depending. I would often drink my protein shakes, and that by itself can be a meal because of how heavy it can be. But just try to maintain portions. Don't really eat in excess. Obviously, when you exercise, your appetite is opened, but that doesn't necessarily mean for you to just engulf yourself in food. But as of right now, I don't have a specific diet plan, obviously, because one, it's quite expensive, especially in our economy right now. But whatever mom would make, I mean, it's always good, healthy food. So regardless, it's a good option.
I remember dropping you off at Starbucks, and you will go there, and I often wonder what it's like for a youngster going to Starbucks, this very expensive environment.
Right.
What happened when you would go to Starbucks?
Well, for exams, being within the same environment 24/7 kind of gets a bit boring. Not only boring too, you can tend to feel as if you have a mind block because you can only move so many different places within your house. And I found that Starbucks was kind of an outlet for me. That it was a different environment, and not only that too, in being around people and being within that atmosphere, everyone doing their own things, because everybody would go about their own life. But in being around persons who, someone may be on their laptop working on something, someone may going through their files, their documents, whatever. Within that environment, it kind of encourages you to push yourself even more, because you think to yourself, okay, this is like it's a discipline. Yes, there's motivation, but motivation only lasts so long. But I think discipline is what really keeps you going. And I think it helped me to not be as distracted, or it helped me to get as much work as I could have possibly gotten done within that time frame. So I would go from like 10 in the morning to like 6 in the evening, and the amount of work I would have gotten would have been definitely much more than if I would have stayed home.
Okay.
So the whole ambience of the place, it just kind of also cleansed my mind in being in a new environment and just working on what I had to
Can you
work on.
create this Starbucks environment at home if your siblings are out to work and your parents are?
I believe so, because of how quiet the place would be.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it'll have the same effect as actually being within that environment.
An environment, fine.
Yeah.
Well, interesting. So, what kind of plans you have for your, an employment later on? I mean, it's kind of early to ask that. At your age, I guess somebody, as you said, it's kind of it's a searching adventure now.
Right.
To know what I want to do, how I'm going to cope with it. But do you have anything specific in mind that you might like to follow?
What do you mean?
I mean, to pursue as a career?
Not as yet. Again, it's just me taking my time to really take into consideration what path I really want to take.
Mm-hmm.
It would be something in engineering. But
What about your hobbies? You have hobbies?
yeah, I crochet.
Oh, you do crochet?
Yes, I have a small business. I started in 2021.
And has it been successful?
It has been, yes.
Very good. So it is something that you could make a full-time thing of later on, maybe?
I'm sure.
That's interesting.
Whenever it takes a course.
So what kind of advice would you give to young people now, just, as a general? I know you've said a lot of things that they could adapt, or adopt, rather.
Alright.
But what would you generalize in a short way?
Well, I would more tailor towards examination students, because I have been in exams for the past 3 years consecutively.
Yes.
I would say that scheduling is definitely one thing that helped me a lot. It allowed me to organize myself, and also specificity is so important, as in knowing exactly what you want to study on a particular day, or what within a particular subject. So organization, schedule is one that's very important. I think any form of exercise, you don't necessarily have to even go to the gym, but just doing something for yourself on a daily, just to like work out your mind, because once you exercise, it very much influences your mind.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing one of my teachers always told us is, even if it's 5 minutes each day, just do something that you love. She said it's less than 1% of your day that you're going to take out to do.
So what did you do with that advice? I mean, what did you do that you love?
I crocheted.
Oh, you crochet. That's very good.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
So scheduling, organizing, exercising for a bit each day. Definitely sleep is one, but I've noticed that yes, sleep is important, but the amount of time that you would have for examinations, you really just want to push and sacrifice and put all the effort that you can into it, so that at the end you can rest, and when you get your results, you would be in a very happy state.
Okay, last and final request. Would you like to say anything as regards those teachers, you don't have to call names. You could probably call the name of the school you attended. But if you don't want to, that is fine. However, would you like to at least publicly say, you know, you were grateful for your teachers?
I was very, very grateful for my teachers. There was this one teacher specifically that I had for physics, and I remembered when I started A-levels, physics was definitely a subject that I I struggled with. I had a really hard time. I didn't know really what to do, and when I started her classes, she honestly transformed my mind about physics. She actually made me enjoy physics, making it one of my favorite subjects. She has a way in which when she teaches, that she just kind of molds your mind. She molds your mind in a way that you would want to learn more. And because I'm a visual learner, she would have so many different options. She would use videos to explain. She would record her classes, so you can always review it whenever you want or when you're studying. Even when you don't understand something, she can explain and use so many different examples in so many different ways, because she genuinely wants you to learn, and the passion that she has for the subject is one that makes you love it even more.
Great. I'm very happy as a youngster listening to you.
Yes.
I'm happy.
That teacher, I would say, is Miss Arti Daulat. She taught me physics, and she was definitely changed my mind about physics for sure.
Well, thank you, young lady. I am very happy to hear you on a positive beat, and I wish you all the best in the future.
Thank you.